when we last left off, we had discovered Winterhome is a disaster, and that plummeted our hope. And then the Londoners came out, and they said that in 19 days they're going to London. Or, I'm sorry, 14 days they're going to London. They have 19 of them. And if you don't raise hope, then every day a handful, they grow in population, the number that's going to leave you. So, obviously we want to work on resources still. That is a big priority. But we now need to quell a rebellion. And that is going to be difficult. Yeah, we really need more manpower desperately because we have to grow our industries so we can build as quick as possible, but we're not able to do that right now. One possibility is to go to the tech tree. I know that we're doing the Steam Hub range, that's good. But hunting tactics, I believe... Yeah, so hunters' huts will employ fewer workers. If we want to get people right away, we should do this next. Because it's going to free up... There's, what, 4 of these? Yeah, there's 4 of them. 5 workers each. We're talking 20 people will be freed up for other jobs. We really need that to happen. So, that's the stuff we're going to work on. In the meantime, I'm going to switch this to coal. Oh man, we're going to need to build another one of those. And so we have to, there's a whole new category of build now, or the order tree. And it starts with just a watchtower, because we researched that. People living near watchtowers are protected by their neighbors, serving as watch members. So it's like a little militia, making them feel much safer and more hopeful. So you let them employ their little local militias. Now, if we go to the Book of Laws, we've got our, like, what we know, the adaptation tree, and all of this stuff. But then there's now purpose as well. And this is a whole new tree of stuff. So pretty cool how they give you like little surprises like that. Alright, so we're starting to get... We're starting to get some more steel, which we desperately need. Maybe we can do a few more of these bad boys. Okay. I suppose I could do a resource depot. I guess we need it. 40 and 20. God, that's just going to take most of our steel, but we don't really have a choice. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. So it's a good thing that on power level 2, we're okay, because we're not even heating these homes to red anymore on power level 2. So there still is a chance people will get sick. But our sick situation has completely reversed from our hospitals overflowing and people needing to stay home who were sick to... Oh, sweet. Great. So now these steam hubs will definitely cover another row and then another half a row too before we need to replace them. That's awesome. On this side, we wanted it to cover both of these guys. It doesn't look like it covered this one, which is kind of a bummer. But whatever. We're gonna have to figure something else out for this guy. Maybe upgrade the heaters. That'll make it better. That's just gonna be a bad place to work right now. Alright, I'm just gonna go for hunting tactics right away and get some people employed in other industries. To get those on track, we might just have to go heavy research on Steam stuff. If you look at the calendar of days, it looks like we don't have any storms coming up in the next few days. So we can really focus on a little bit of infrastructure, which starts with resources. So how much are these watchtowers? 15 and 5. So we can do that. So you can see their little area of influence. So now we got to put these guys... Oh man, they want 2 of them. So... there's 3 houses there. If we put them over on this instead. And they'll reach back to those guys too, which I kind of like. Damn it. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna make some people pissed off here, I think. Just for 1 minute. Because the fact of the matter is we gotta put these in a very centralized spot, and so I'm just going to dismantle a few of these. And then when we upgrade these, nobody will be homeless anymore, so we're still good. Oh. No way. No way. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, that's awesome. So they just came back with a lot of supplies, including cores. And I believe last time we researched the... what's that food place called? Let's check. The Hot House. We did. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so the Hot House is a definite go project for us, and it's going to take place in the food district, which is going to be like right here. I think I like that. Let's try it. And then we're going to have to build a road going out to it, so let's see. I think it's easiest just go up the main road here, connect like that. Okay, that's the first thing I want to do. A burial ceremony starting, which should be fine, right? I mean, isn't it? Yeah, everybody's off work anyway. Even the overtime people are off. Alright, I'm just gonna finish this row, and I'm also gonna pave it. And then I'm gonna make a few little ways to get through. So people can get through. Maybe one down the, whoops. Maybe one in the middle. So that they can get to the arena easier. Okay. So we're going to go with that. They only got 23% through that research for those guys. And then we've got to move these guys out. I guess we'll move them over here because they're gonna open up some objectives, I'll bet you, right around this area once these guys reach that objective. So we'll give these guys a good head start. And let's build those houses quick so that 20 people aren't pissed at us when they go to bed in about an hour here. There is a burial ceremony, or at least there was one. Looks like everyone left though. Yeah, they're all going back home. So if I can upgrade the entire neighborhood district to bunkhouses, then we're still in the clear. There will be absolutely no risk of people getting ill. But it's not really that big a deal right now. I mean, 2 people in the hospital, that's it. And nobody else is sick. How many do we have in the care house? Just 2. Those original 2. That are too gravely ill to go back to work, so they can just chill there. And then they do eat, but they get half rations, so it's not too big a deal. Yeah, this thing's going to be so low temp. We are going to have to put a steam hub around all of these guys. Yeah, these guys are getting hit by this steam hub, but this one won't, and these guys won't, and then I'll probably put another, I don't know, either hothouse or hunter's hut or something right there. Let's see. He's going to get his battery charged. So you can see when you put an automaton on something, if you have no researched upgrades for it, it only functions at 60%. But still, if it goes 24 hours a day. So at 24 hours a day, you're still getting a slight percentage boost in your efficiency. It just sucks to see hope that low because we had it all the way at the top and discontent all the way down, and then once they find out about Winterhome, there's no stopping that, but it's nice to have a good, stable economy when that happens, to be prepared to fight back. I guess I'm going to have to do this. Food is a little bit of an issue, but we've got it under control now, and if we need more food, we can always build another one of these right here. We've got 2 cores now, so that's not a problem. And people are building all night. Okay, so heater on. This will definitely be on a 14-hour workday. Hunters, I don't even think you can do that. Yeah, because they go out at night and grab the meat from their traps and then come back in the morning. So where will I get the workers from once we've researched the hunters' equipment or whatever? Then it'll give me more of these people and I'll put them over here. Sir, the people who want to leave for London have successfully urged their friends and neighbors to join them. People are more easily persuaded because they have little hope in our ultimate survival. I see. The Londoners gain more followers. So every morning at 5 o'clock it's going to take stock of your hope and I think discontent, and then it's going to give the Londoners people, a lot of people, a little amount of people, or take away people, depending on all that. So alright, it's 6 a.m., so a lot of these people are already working. If we really need to quell a little discontent, we can just put everybody back on their normal schedules. I don't feel a need to do that right now. But we do have a lot of resources gathering now, especially because that team brought back a bunch of them. That saved us some time. And then let's see what the cookhouse is doing. Yeah, so they're creating 160 meals a day. They need 222. I mean, I suppose we could go to soup, but I just don't... I mean, there's nobody even hungry, so... I think we're doing just fine, and this is about to open. This is going to make us a good amount. Alright, so now the entire population is working, except for 2 people. I suppose what we could do... I mean, they're at 84%. Doesn't really matter. We could do this. Sorry, I was just sort of planning in my head what I'm going to be doing next and how I'm going to be expanding these districts out. Okay. So that just gave me automatically at the top right 22 people instead of 2. Oh, people are waiting. So I'm going to fill this one up. I will re-employ 10 workers here. That gives us really only 6 workers left. It's crazy. Okay, so these guys are now producing 1.8 raw food an hour, and they're on a long extended work day. Does that quell our problem? It does. Totally. Now, when we get more people, we're going to have to build another one of those. But for now, we're, like, good on that. Which means we can use our resources for other things. What should we build? We don't need any of that. We don't need that right now. Steam hub. Well, let's build this steam hub. And we're gonna build it like right in the middle of the... yeah. So that that's gonna cover basically our entire food district when we expand it to... okay. So... did they clear those homes I wanted them to? They did. Okay, good. So we're also going to build the towers now in those spots that I cleared homes. Okay, that's good. There. So those are going to be the neighborhood militia watchmen. Do something in heating. Maybe improved heaters would be good. Yeah, I mean, I love a lot of this stuff, but we just don't need it quite yet. Maybe start researching these resources one by one. Let's do that, because while we have good resources right now, it's only because those scouts brought back a bunch for us. And then, so these guys, oh man, they reached there quickly. Okay, well, these guys are almost there, 44 minutes away. City info, 10 overtime work is what is causing such a high spike. So could we afford... Man, I mean, we couldn't afford many of these people to go down in hours, but let's set these guys both at 12, and we'll set the woodsman. Oh, they've been at 12 the whole time? Yikes. Okay, scouts have reached Winterhome, so let's go see that. We climbed up to the edge of the city. We stood there speechless, staring at the scene of devastation. It's a city of the dead. Most of the buildings are destroyed and the generator has exploded. The streets of the ruined city are littered with scores of dead bodies. The City Chronicles describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair, the following squabbles, riots and descent into anarchy, fights for dwindling resources, and the eventual starvation. The last entry, God forgive us, we're eating our dead. There's no hope. Okay, so an outpost can be set up here, delivering an estimated 150 wood every 1 day. Don't care. So you guys can go here, and this, I was afraid this would happen. They found an objective when I came here, but it was all the way over here. So these guys have to tread all the way back across. That's okay. It happens. Sometimes you gamble and you lose on those. Building my towers. It is nice to have a few unemployed, more than 2, when you're trying to build stuff during the day. So me like switching a few shifts definitely helped a little. Someone has left a note at the care house. It reads, "Thank you. With all the work we have to do, it's so hard for families to properly care for an invalid. Places like this make life a little easier for us all." I'm glad I could help. That does take us up a little teensy bit. Hmm. 18 hours left of fuel. Why is that? Whatever it is that quelled it, but now my discontent's up. Let's see. Research improved heaters real quick. Just for a few of these on the outskirts. Well, now I'm not going to have extra people. As promised, you built and manned watchtowers to maintain order in the city. Hope rises. Pow. Okay, that's good. And then these buildings, I think, can do things. I thought you could, like, send a whole watch patrol or something like that. Oh, I think what it is, we gotta research it. Or not research it, put it as a law. But Hope's looking a little better. That's good. We're on our last hour of work here. Scouts have reached the snow cliffs. The hole in the snow cliff leads to a small chamber. Someone lives here, but the lonely human figure we saw from afar has disappeared. It might be the sole survivor of Winterhome. Wood, food rations. The man we've seen from afar was nowhere to be found. Searching his burrow, we found a diary of a scientist who fled Winterhome. After the starving city fell into chaos, its leader, an army captain, appointed himself an absolute ruler. He tried to impose order using force. Plenty of people, disgruntled, deserted the city, and most of the others rebelled against him. Okay, I'll take all these resources for sure. You guys can actually keep going because I don't need the resources right away. Wonder if I could take them down to a 12-hour shift. It'd be cutting it close. I'd probably be in the red if I did. Okay. We're almost able to enact a new law. Let's see what we can do. So I don't think I want to do an adaptation one right now. That's about lowering discontent. I'm really right now about raising hope. So, morning gathering. Morning gatherings will slightly raise hope from time to time. Hope relies slightly. Guard stations. New building. An organized militia will maintain peace and order in our city and help us deal with anyone who might threaten it. So guard stations are bigger than neighborhood watches. These are like official militias that are organized and under your command. Guard stations raise the hope of people living nearby. I mean, we could do this. We could also do morning gathering. Maybe we should just do this.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
We can get them up as fast as possible. We don't have any people for them. See, look how much bigger. I think what I do usually with these is, yeah, like one on each end. And I also put one like in the middle. But I'm not sure what the middle is yet. So we'll wait on that third one. And we can't staff it anyway. So it doesn't matter. Alright. Let's continue with this project. Keep developing these out. Discontent's a little high for my liking, that's for sure. Build out this road. Good. Alright, let's speed it up a little bit. So, we definitely need more people. Oh. Several pools are kept from freezing by a hot spring deep underground. Patches of hardy lichens cling to the bare rock at their edges. It looks like a good place for a hideout. Near the freshwater springs, we met some refugees from Winterhome. They are a sorry sight and seem to be completely unmoved by the fate of their city. Asked what kept them from starving, they look away, then mumble something about eating lichens. 7 children, boo. 22 workers, yes. Seven more children's not that big a deal. The workers I can use to build myself an army. The rest of the neighborhood watch, and then my militia. I love how the little neighborhood watchtowers have a spotlight. When you put enough of these in, it starts like bringing your city to life a little bit. So let's fast forward till they get to 8 o'clock and everybody's working. Oh, improved heater. Okay, so that the improved heaters should, yeah, at least get these to yellow. That's good. So the only building really that's not yellow is this one. And are we green? No. They're not green. These guys, I think, could go to 14. Yeah, let's do it. And then they should be in the green now. Just barely. I'll take it. We'll fix that. We could do the generator efficiency upgrade and really fix that. Let's do that. City info. City info is always nice to just get like a general overview of what is going on with hope and what's going on with discontent. And really it's just because I've got 11 people in overtime work that's pissing them off. And I get it, but Gotta have those resources. Could upgrade some of these to Steam, but I don't need to yet. I really should research larger depots, because they'll give you way more. But they're a fortune to build. That's the problem. I like how you can just click on individuals and know some stuff about them. Family alone in this one. Timely intervention. Sir, a child climbed the generator, slipped and fell, but was thankfully caught by a neighborhood watch member who was on a patrol nearby. He then escorted the child to his mother and gave them both a good talking to. It could have ended with a broken leg or worse if it weren't for our watchmen. A neighbor commented, "We're lucky to have them." I'm glad it ended well. Okay. If we could take one of these off. Oh, our generator efficiency's done. Good. So, we're gonna end this one soon. It's gonna be a little bit of a shorter episode, but we really have accomplished a lot of what we wanted to accomplish, which is to get these resources going. And also start preparing for the Londoners and to quell this rebellion, which we have started doing as well. We have the 2 guard towers even. We've got the neighborhood watch up, and we will start manning this guard tower as soon as they come back with those workers. They're about 12 hours away right now. Let's see here. The next thing... The next thing I think I'm going to do is the steam coal thumper, so that if we need to modernize our coal industry again, we can do that, because this... look at the steam coal thumper, it says it produces 1,120 coal per standard day, and if you remember, the regular coal thumper was 560 coal, so it is double. Pretty amazing. So I'm just going to wait until 18 when they get off work. And then we will end this one. Next time, we're going to really attack this rebellion head on. We're almost done with our reforming our neighborhood to bunkhouses. It's almost completely finished. In fact, I'll set some of those up for next time as well. Just to remind us we got to finish this project. Obviously, we always have to keep going on resources, so we'll keep that up so that we keep getting our resource industries up to date. But we're really going to focus on the rebellion and trying to get everybody back into the fold. So, yeah. Thanks for joining me. We will see you next time.